Okay, alright. Guess it's time to finally start this channel. So, this is all kind of new to me, so bear with me as far as formats and spacing and timing and shit goes. I really just don't have the patience to sit and figure that out right now, so fuck it. Essentially what I wanted to do today was kind of give a little insight into my first impressions on Days Gone. And it's a lot of good and a lot of really goddamn awful. I mean, really bad. But it's fun. So, I guess for starters, Days Gone is Sony's new big bad exclusive that they're leading the forefront with for 2019. And it's supposed to be this survival, I guess, horror, maybe Walking Dead type game. And it just kind of feels like if Walking Dead and Red Dead had like a really annoying little brother that they had to bring with them to go out. That's what this feels like. Big, huge open map. You know, your main mechanic here is going to be your bike, and you got to fill it up with gas to make sure you can keep going, as well as kit it out so you'll be able to get yourself out of these different situations. And when it works, it's really fun and exhilarating. You know, running from the freaker hordes just to get away and hide for another day just to live and come back and get your ass beat. That's like some of the best moments that you'll have in this game. When it doesn't work, it gets really fucking stupid. Really stupid. As you'll see in this upcoming section of this clip, I'm going through the mountainside and I'm about to be shot off my goddamn bike because it does not go fast enough in the beginning of the game. Which would be right about now. See? Really goddamn stupid. So, a lot of people would chalk that up to user error, and you can. I mean, I guess to an extent it is. But it kind of takes away from moments like this. See? That's not user error. That's me driving into the wrong spot, and the zombies, for some reason, are magnetized to the bike. I'm sorry, not zombies, freakers. So, to take away from that, combat is fun as far as melee goes. I think it works really well here. This is kind of where the game shines. You have weapon durability with things like that, like, you know, your axe, or if you have created weapons like a spiked bat, there's a durability meter, then you'll be able to use those as long as they're not broken. I know there's a way to repair these things a little bit further ahead in the game, but I haven't quite gotten to that point yet, so I'm not going to speak too heavily on that. Deacon is mainly equipped with a knife, which you'll see me use a little bit in the videos, and the knife doesn't break ever. So I guess it works for you because you'll always have like that last resort backup, but it also makes zero goddamn sense because how come your butter knife doesn't break but your mighty Thor hammer axe will? But that's another story. As far as enemy variety goes, I think I've kind of gotten pretty much the gist of what you have. I mean, your main enemies, of course, are going to be the freaker hordes, which are these guys you'll see running around looking like they're on jacked up crystal meth. And then you have the people who are known as the Rippers, which is like these shirtless clan of mountain people with these tattoos and scars all over their body. And so they're more of like a human type enemy. And then you have, you know, your regular standard wildlife, wolves, things like that. And then you have your regular survivors, which are, you know, rando fucking people who shoot at you for no goddamn reason at all. As far as gameplay variety goes, I would have liked to have seen a bit more. I know, again, this is just really early in the game, but I haven't really seen a lot. A lot of what you get ready to see in this upcoming clip is what I've done within my first 2 hours or so, which is going into the Nero bases, and this is where you're going to find like your main hub of upgrades. They're going to be in these boxes, which are located somewhere in the base, and they'll allow you to upgrade either your, I believe it's your stamina, your health, or I cannot remember the focus. That's what it is. And that the focus is how you'll be able to track things when you hunt, or when you loot for items, or when you're getting beat the fuck up like I am right here. Jesus fucking Christ. As far as detailed environments go, it's really hard to downplay this game here. It is beautiful. It gets a little framey sometimes, but I know that's stuff that's going to be smoothed out in patches. I ran this on a PS4 Pro for the most part. I haven't really switched to anything else, and it's been holding up pretty nicely. When the big hordes are on the screen, it hasn't really chopped at all, so that was cool to see. But you know, it's gonna do what it's gonna do, so hopefully that doesn't sway anybody off of it. Overall, story-wise, you don't really feel a connected sense to Deacon and why he does what he does. Don't get me wrong, he's your average, you know, super manly, gruff, mountain biker dude. But the dialogue is really forced and it's cringy at times. And it's just, do you really want to keep playing to figure it out? No. But are you? Yes. So that kind of opens things up, I guess. If you can, I'm sure it'll pick up a little bit further down the line. But as of right now, it's nothing, you know, nothing to write home about. It's not Red Dead or Last of Us or anything like that. I am enjoying it so far. Like, if you want like a final verdict on everything, I am really enjoying the game so far. I know I give it a lot of shit just based on the mechanics, but I think the sense of worry and anticipation that you get when you're near a horde kind of changes the way that you would operate normally. Because I know I play a lot of World War Z, and I'll talk about that in a separate video, where it's a rush of zombies, and the best feeling about that game is running in guns blazing. That's not necessarily the case here. Here it's a lot better to kind of take in everything and figure out your best course of action so you don't die, because this game does a really good job of not making you feel overpowered. And that's partly due to a good balance between your health and the enemy's health, and partly due to the fact that Deacon moves like a fucking idiot. But it works in its own charming, weird sort of way. So I'm not gonna fault it too hard for that at all. Overall, I think the best feature of the game that I've come across right now is the gas feature for the bike, where if you don't watch your fuel tank enough, you will burn out of gas and your bike will stop. And you'll have to not only fix it, but you'll also have to refuel it back up to get it to go. And if you're going downhill, you'll be able to walk the bike, which I think is a really cool feature, and kind of coast. But it makes for really tense moments when you run out of gas, because you have to leave your bike there. You don't get to teleport it back to where you are, or, you know, call it in at a certain point. You kind of have to run out, hope to God you come across some gas, and come back, which I think is a really cool feature in the game. It leads to a lot of very, I don't want to say realistic because it's a game, but very stressful moments. And this is a clip right here of a really cool me getting destroyed by the horde, just kind of seeing how they interact with the environment. And that's another really cool feature of the game. It wasn't my favorite, but the horde on its own, they kind of have their own way of going about things, whether you're there or not. Look at this shit. Oh my God. Yeah. But overall, right now, I'd give it like a solid 7, maybe 7.5 out of 10. It's not something that you have to have day one, but it is something, if you can catch it for like 40 and under, I think it's a really good deal. And it's fun. I know it'll flesh out a little bit later on down the line, but it's a really good start for Sony's big attempt at a new franchise. So those are my early thoughts on Days Gone. If you have any feedback for this video, things you'd like to see, things you'd like to hear about, maybe walkthroughs, such like that, then let me know, and we'll take it from there. Catch you next time, guys.